Let Loose. Lady is a Champ jumped in for a stride, and in turn Ed VJ had to be taken up and got a slight nudge. Tell My Fortune also being put to sleep towards the end of the field, but now looking to over-races Tell My Fortune. AMBLE in, a number of them running off the course. Stylebound on the outside, Bell, Starbuster, Keen, Bay of Dreams. Lady is a Champ, there's no speed on, and AMBLE in's going to amble along in front. AMBLE in by a length and a quarter. Mia Lower, Stargazing in second, hard against the steel. Graphene Aerogels on the outside. Bell, Starbuster also on a double hold the white cap. Bay of Dreams, Minstrel Gallery towards the inside. Tell My Fortune's only 5 lengths off them. Ed VJ and the yellow and black silks of Lady is a Champ, the trailer. 750 to go and AMBLE in by a length and a quarter. Graphene Aerogels right there, and Mia Low is just scraping paint towards the inside, 2 to make up. Minstrel Gallery, Bell, Starbusters around them, 3 lengths to go. Bay of Dreams corners 6 to 7 lengths off them. AMBLE in at the top of the lane. Graphene Aerogels moving in, look left. Mia Lower, Dream Run up the rail. AMBLE in coming to the last 300 metres. Mia Lower is now putting on pressure. Graphene Aerogels on the outside. AMBLE in, Mia Lower. Graphene Aerogels on the outside. AMBLE in. Graphene Aerogels trying to wear into that lead. AMBLE in's fighting on doggedly. AMBLE in holding on as they get to the line. AMBLE in. Graphene Aerogel, Mia Lower, Ed VJ. No speed on, and AMBLE in capitalised for the Gary Rich stable. The Guthries, Salters, Vermeulens, Scott Brothers bred. Gareth Wright kept AMBLE in up to the task at hand. Graphene Aerogel, Mia Lower. Ed VJ, the big white blaze. Around the turn, a bit of jostling there. Bell, Starbuster, and a few of them raced very awkwardly with a lack of speed. 300 metres out, AMBLE in, one off the inside. Mia Lower looked to move in, and all the while Graphene Aerogels pouring on the pressure, and this trio drew ahead of the rest of the field, with number 7 AMBLE in showing up at 24 Rand the win and 5 Rand 60 the place. Back to the studio.
I've just seen the running of race number 3, and if you included horse number 7, AMBLE in your pick 6, well played. It's a result that you wanted, and it's arrived for you. Well done to Gary Ridge, teaming up with Garrett White and all the owners here, Guthrie, Salter, and Vermeulen, and of course this filly bred by the Scott brothers as well. And I'm told that the gentleman that takes care of the filly, his name is Siyabonga. Siyabonga, you've done an outstanding job. 2,000 Rand Hollywoodbets and Gold Circle. Well played, my man. Congratulations.
Thanks. And
enjoy.
Thanks.
Well done to Siyabonga with his filly AMBLE in. First up, let's get Garrett Wright in. And Garrett, she's had a fair share of chances, and I just look at her form. You haven't partnered her before, but you were in front and you got a nice soft lead.
Yes, the instructions were pretty good, and said depending on how you break, you just ride her as you find her. And I got a flyer and she pricked her ears in front, so I gave her a little breather halfway and went up, pressed her top of the running. She actually won a good race. She fought on right to the end, so it was a courageous win. I just want to thank Mr. Rich and Miss Guthrie and all the guys involved here.
I had a good long chat with Warren as you came up, and I said, your filly couldn't get past. He said, I had him in my sight. It looked like it's going to be bullseye, but she didn't want to go by. But your filly just kept fighting.
Yes, and I got to give credit to Mr. Rich, and I think Sherman mentioned the blinkers, and once that horse came at her, she just fought on right to the line, so it was very courageous.
Okay, you got the win for the guys. How can you help us later on?
I think my next best is Attorney General. I think he's got ability. With a bit of luck in the running, I think we can run a good race. I would say my best of the day is probably Airways Law. So if he can reproduce his last run, I think I might see you here again.
That last start, I remember your interview, you sounded very confident about him moving forward after the gelding. You had lots of positives came out of that win.
Yes, absolutely. You know, he's progressed nicely, and we just hope he can keep progressing. So we're just hoping for a good, honest run again today.
Thank you for that, Garrett. One on the board, and hopefully airways low.
Yeah, thanks. Hopefully. Thank you very much.
Well done to Garrett. Let's get Gary in. Gary, you haven't had the filly for that long, and we pay compliments to Julie Guthrie as well. Of course, you got the filly from her, and the pension stayed in. What type of feel she give you back home, that she was ready to win a maiden soon?
Well, this is her third run for me, Dees. Her first run, she'd come back from a virus.
Yes.
And then last time ran third with Sherman. And Sherman said to me, maybe try blinkers on her instead of the cheek pieces. And I think that may be what helped. And I want to actually dedicate this to Sherman because he's off. He's going to be off for a while.
Yes.
I thought I didn't know if she could win today, but you hope. But I thought she'd earn. And when she was in front, she's never run from the front before, but Gareth rode a perfect race on her, and she actually fought on very well.
That's why I was a bit surprised when I saw her in front. I said, this is different tactics today. I thought it was by your instructions.
No, he said she pinged the gates, and you don't want to pull them back. And,
Sure.
Yeah, and we're happy with the win. Well done to the owners. Thanks to Julie and Gordon for thinking about me when she gave up. It's very nice having them as owners. And to all the others, Mike will have a 5-day speech with you now.
Sure.
And thanks very much to Hollywood for the sponsorship.
Well, things are going well. You're having your fair share?
No, we're trying, Dees. We're working hard.
Well, all the best.
And
You got this one to win.
I must thank Tessa. I never thank her. My daughter, she does a lot of work in the yard.
Yes.
So, teamwork.
Well played, Gary.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, he mentioned Mike. Well, Mike is never seen without a suit and a tie whenever he comes to racing. He loves his racing. He loves his horses, whether it's a share here or there. Always a big supporter of Julie Guthrie as well. Always got some time for him. Mike, you look more confident than Gary was prior to the race, I presume.
I told Warren to keep quiet, the tipster,
Yes.
and he did. He listened to me this time. Every time he sees me in a suit,
Yes.
they talk about my horses.
Yes.
And all the other owners said, don't wear a suit to the races.
Yes.
That will make her come, it won't make her win.
Suit and tie is your game, though.
Yeah, this tie is actually Dave Dittmer's tie,
Okay, the late.
the late Dave Dittmer.
Yes.
And I dedicate this race to Sherman, who used to ride AMBLE.
Yes.
After his tragic accident, I hope he recovers. I know he's got a long journey to recover, and I wish him well. Godspeed.
And after Julie decided, it's time for me to now relax, you guys still kept your shares wherever the horses went?
Yes,
to?
Julie and everybody, we've got the same people in the shares. All we did was move the horse over to Gary Rich, which we call Richie Rich.
All the best, Mike. Enjoy it with the rest of your partners, and she's done you proud this evening.
I knew she would come through. Wait for my other horse.
Well done to Mike and all the other connections here of AMBLE. And if you included this in your pick 6, it's the perfect result for you. Up next will be Jackpot 1, race number 4. Time to jot down 18:20, 20 past 6.